people are trying so hard to get the plushie. If you survive 13 minutes, you get the plushie. So people are trying. It's not that easy, but it's not that hard.
At PM Studios, PAX West 2023, we're here checking out extremely powerful capybaras.
Yes, they are extremely powerful indeed. Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about this game? It seems to have a nice crowd coming along here.
So it's a 1 to 4 player co-op experience. You have to survive for 15 minutes and then fight the boss with your friends. So it's kind of easy to pick up, hard to master. That's why there's a bunch of people lined up to play, because it's really easy to pick up. But I mean, people are trying so hard to get the plushie. If you survive 13 minutes, you get the plushie. So people are trying. It's not that easy, but it's not that hard.
Was that an idea during development? Was to make a challenging party style game, or what was the main goal during creating this title?
So actually, we thought that the genre needs a more approachable style of game. So we studied the genre. We collected a bunch of games that we thought it was too gothic, too dark, and we are Brazilians, so we like vibrant colors, this easygoing style. So we put capybaras in the game. We thought the internet loves capybaras. So yeah, when you study a lot of games in the genre, we see that a lot of games are dark colors, gothic stuff. We like games from all ages. I mean, a little kid can play with the granddad, for example. So we thought that it would be nice for the genre to go co-op. Since day one, we are co-op, and really easy to pick up. Just left stick for movement and X for dashing. That's it.
And what is your expertise in this genre? How have you approached this game? Are you enjoying yourself while playing it?
Yeah, of course. I mean, before actually developing, we had to play a lot of games. So I played Vampire Survivor for 500 hours plus, but we also have a lot of experience playing local co-op games. So I played a bunch of Halo 3, Castle Crashers, Behemoths right there, and Explosion Man, everything that you can play in a couch co-op. I think it's kind of, we have to save this kind of stuff. We have to save this kind of interaction. So that's why it's great also for conventions, because people can enjoy in parties.
So walk us through a typical round in this game. What can players expect when they jump in with a full party?
So first of all, hundreds of enemies. There are a maximum of 250 enemies on screen at all times. So you can expect a bunch of chaos. You have to communicate with your group. So a bunch of explosions. You have to communicate. Somebody won actually. And you have to communicate a lot. And you have to dash out. So tight situations. You have a little bit of health left, and you go dash away and come back to save your friends. So this type of cool moment that we want to have with this game.
Is there different character classes, weapons that players can find?
Yeah, they are. In the full game, there will be 6 different classes in the beginning. We have 4 available: the Druid, the Bard, the Short-Range Warrior, and the Assassin. All of the classes have different primary abilities, so you have different play styles for each player, and you have to combine them all to get the run going, because yeah, you have to survive for 15 minutes, hundreds of enemies, and then fight the boss.
So what's your guys' release schedule like? Do we have a timing? What is that going on?
Yeah, so we just had to postpone the game because we heard about the community really wants online multiplayer. So that became a big priority for us. So we pushed back, and the new release date is on December 5th.
Okay.
So we are releasing on Steam with local and online multiplayer.
Congratulations. Okay, December 6th?
5th.
December 5th. 2023, extremely powerful capybaras. We're excited to play. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you so much.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to PAX West 2023. We're here at the PM Studios booth talking about ZOE Begone, newly announced. Hi.
Hi, I'm Graham.
Single developer, lone developer?
A solo developer, yeah.
Lone developer makes it sound like you're alone. It's a very lonely. How lonely is your day? So what about this project that made you want to pick it up? What about ZOE Begone?
It's really a passion project. I've been working on it for about 5 years now, and it's sort of based on my animation practice as well. So I've sort of been an animator for about 15 years. So the visual style is very much sort of related to my animation work.
In that 5 years, how has the project changed and evolved since you have full creative control? Do you ever have to hold yourself back, or do you get to be ambitious?
It's sort of evolved really naturally. I sort of almost like making up as I go along. It feels like sometimes, because I'm like new to game development as well, so it's been a lot about learning how to do stuff.
With learning those tools and stuff, how have you picked it up? Was it a nice transition from animation to game development?
It's been really interesting, just because there's so much to do, so many sort of different aspects. Like if I get sort of bored of one thing, I can move on to like sound design or like figuring out UI elements and stuff. So
tell us about ZOE Begone. What's the game like? What are we doing?
I'm calling it a hand-drawn bullet hell. So you're taking on your creator. So each level has like an animator's tool that's trying to destroy you and like creating enemies that you have to take out. So it's like a brush for the first level and a knife and so on for each level.
And what are you aiming for? Is it score-based, mission-based? How are you trying to challenge the players? What are we doing?
Yeah, it's pretty challenging, I think. It's really about getting the high scores, sort of getting to grips with mechanics and sort of pushing the chaining mechanics and stuff to get high scores. And yeah, it's going to be like online leaderboards. And
what's it like showing your game and watching people play it? Is it nerve-wracking?
It's pretty nerve-wracking, yeah. Well, maybe not nerve-wracking. It's interesting how different people approach, like just going up to play something. Some people just ignore the tutorials, dive straight in. Other people sort of take their time and get to learn mechanics and stuff. So.
That's me, and I quickly learned that I should have probably went through the tutorial after finding something out like hours in or something silly like that. Do we have a release? Do you have console releases? Do you have anything in mind?
We don't have a date yet. Sort of summer next year, June and July.
Okay. Well, thank you. We'll have more to show of ZOE Begone in the future. Thank you. Hi, we're back at the PM Studios booth at PAX West 2023, and today we have, you might be familiar with this title, we've shown it before, but we're back with Cricket.
Great to be here. I'm finally happy to be able to show that like we found a publisher, and like with PM, who's been nothing but great to us, and thank you for showing up to the booth. I really appreciate it. All the years that you've come around and I just really appreciate you, man.
Yeah, let's talk about those years though of development and how you've approached feedback from players, or you maybe encountered something in the game that you wanted to update and stuff. How has these years leading up to this moment kind of been?
The feedback has been incredibly valuable. Going to PAX and like seeing like a person's like face like go like with the emotional beats of the story, or like something misses, something lands. It's like you take notes, and like we go back to the office and it's just like, yeah, that wasn't working quite the way we expected. Or hey, you know what? This part worked. More of that, please. Right? Or we take various little notes about like, oh, the timing of this attack was a little off or is a little tight. Seeing it live in person, there's like nothing quite like it. Like people will play it and they'll tell you things, but like seeing it, they don't have to tell you, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and can you talk on any of those changes on like how has the story been developing? Where are you at in the current game's development?
So for example, we often do like a rough draft of the script, right? And we put that in front of players or at PAX, and as people are playing through, it's like how many people are skipping the dialogue? Like, are there too many words? Are they meandering a bit? Are the jokes not landing? So, for example, on the first demo, we've cut out like a couple of lines that were like, oh, you know what? They didn't really like inform anyone about the characters. It's just kind of silly for no reason. So we learn to refine our own like writing style through like watching people play, and yeah, it's just invaluable.
Let's talk about cricket and kind of the main gameplay systems and just what's the general pitch of the game.
So cricket, Jay's really peculiar game. I hope I get this like I've said it so many times. is a JRPG about a young boy going on a journey to the moon with his best friends to bring his mother back to life, whom he lost to cancer. There are themes of loss, loneliness, and friendship in the game, and it's prevalent throughout. I hope players who are going through a rough time in their life or have trouble getting over some things are able to play the game and realize that friendship, at least from me personally, was the key that helped pull me out of a lot of really rough spots, and I hope I can do the same for them.
And that's important about these types of games is that going into it, the people can read into situations differently, or to deliver your a message is pretty impactful in this industry. What made you want to kind of start developing games and kind of pick this project up?
So I've been like making games since. So when I was 8, let's start there. I played Zelda Ocarina of Time, ran downstairs to my parents, crying my eyes out, like, I want to make video games, right? Like, because I was emotionally impacted by the story of like time travel, like the butterfly effect, right? Like, and when I was 13, I started picking up like books in C++ and started teaching myself how to code. And I started making little games for my friends, and I could see that they were having fun, and like our friendship, our bonds were getting deeper through like me sharing how I felt about them through games, right? And so going to college and like learning to make games and like working in the industry for a while, I was just like, there's this story I've always wanted to tell, this message I've always been a very lonely sort of kid, like always, and friendship helped me out in a lot of situations, like lonely emotions, right? Feelings are complicated. And so I just want to pass that message on to people through the medium that I work most in, which is video games. I've been working in it now for, I'm 33, so 20 years.
I kind of gravitate towards indie games a lot because of the closeness of the product and the developer, and playing through this game you can kind of see a lot of the team, yourself, and just that there has been a lot of love poured into this game. How big is the team right now, and what's kind of everyone's standing on what the product has evolved into?
So I actually had to do a count recently. It was 10 people, 7 of which are full-time. And thank you so much. We've been growing and expanding like to match the demands of like the game, of what we want, right? Where we all feel where we're at, we actually ended up, once the team expanded, we ended up revisiting a lot of old material and being like, we've learned so much on this game, how can we make it better, right? And I think it's always that constant, like, we love this game so much that we want it to be the best it can be when it comes out. We're all perfectionists, so we keep going and like looking at material and going like, is this exactly what we want it to be? Does this communicate the messages that we want? We absolutely love this game from top to bottom. It's labor of love.
So now that you have a publisher, are we gonna get a release date? Are we gonna where are we at right now?
We're looking at early to mid 2024. I can't give an exact date, but we're looking at that, and development has just picked up significantly. We've been able to make so much more content for the game, and it's really fleshing out like it's everything we imagined. I will forever be thankful to PM Studios for for us reaching out to them and them saying yes. You know, I was amazed.
Well, thank you for your time. Jay's a really peculiar cricket. Jay's really peculiar adventure.
Game. Cricket JRPG. You got it. It's all good. It's a mouthful.
I call it cricket. Great game. Great looking game. I'm excited to play more.
Thank you for your time.
We're back at PAX West 2023 talking my time at Sandrock.
Yeah.
How has it been developing? Where are we at right now?
Yeah, we're actually the game will almost done. We used to want to release the game in September 26th, but then we find so many big titles will launch this month, right? This month will be the the most dangerous month in the video gaming history. So yeah, we just found we still need more time to optimize the game, so we delay the game release date to November 2nd.
Are you using that time to kind of refine gameplay aspects? Like it is kind of beneficial too to have that extra time to develop the game.
Because we can have more time, we can do more things for the game, more optimization, and check more bugs. Try to make it runs more good, better on every console platform, especially for Nintendo, Switch.
Tell me about what is a typical day in Sandrock like? How is the game flow? When a player enters the game, what can they do in a typical day?
Typical day means regular day. Mm-hmm. Okay, actually this is not a pure simulation game. It's a RPG game, right? So player need to follow the story, then you can try everything in the game. But every day we add a lot of simulation function into the game. So every day you need to gathering resource and try to build more new things and use some new items, new machines to unlock new mission, new order, and then you can go to new environment, new space, new place, and to have more story. This type of thing.
Yeah.
So every day, just like some people say, you just feel like every day in the game it's like work, daily work. A lot of things he needs to do. Yeah. Play game, don't think it's a work.
It's more of a charming, feel-good kind of adventure game. I feel like where you can just take things at your own at a relaxed pace. Do you see players like trying to rush through the game and trying to?
Oh, it's based on the player's character. If your character is always relaxed, so you will play the game not so rush. You're relaxed. Try to find more relax into the game, right? But if you are a player and your character is always want to push things, so maybe you try the game, you will feel different like the relaxed players, such as every day you want to use all your time to make all your thing, don't want to waste anything, right? Because this type of game, we just want to make real world, make players feels like in the real world. So it really depends on the player's character. You have different feeling to try the game. But honestly, I am a rush people. So when I play the game, I always rush, try to do more things, try to use everything, try to use every hour, every minute.
Yeah, same with like even when you're approaching game to review, I think the idea is you have to rush things, but I do like the games that slow me down, that make me take it all in, immerse me, and I feel like Sandrock has that quality of immersion.
Thank you. We even can let players to change the time. How to say that?
Yeah, they can change the timeline or change the
not timeline. I mean
time of the game,
such as double, triple, or half
the speed.
Time speed.
Yeah.
Even we can let the players to change the time speed. Then, we just try to get as many players can find their own speed to play the game.
Cool. Well, November 7th, 2000.
November 2nd.
November 2nd, 2023.
Buy the game, please.
Yeah. Wish listed, pre-order. The links are there. The links are there. Thank you so much.
Link is there.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.